Just a little cooperation, we can make it through, me and you. Me and you. Me and you.
Every time you walk
yeah.
on the set, I think,
Yeah.
you know, even we're there all the time, but, you know, we'll be on hiatus for a little while and you come back and you're just in awe. Like, you look around, you're like, these are all of my childhood memories, and you're in it, you know, like you're part of the world.
I mean, if I can add one tiny anecdote to that, we had some of our international puppeteers, you know, we have co-productions around the world, and we had never had one of them work on Sesame Street in the US on the set. And so this woman from India who plays Chompy, who's this little Indian schoolgirl, came for her first day of taping, and she just was so emotional and crying, and, you know, and the whole crew was like, they loved it. They started clapping for her and cheering for her. It was, you know, so it happens to everybody, even people who work on Sesame Street.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I remember my favorite was Sammy the Snake growing up, and he looked like the letter S, and that was one of my favorites. So I'd always like watch Sesame Street, just waiting for those shorts to come on. And then I also remember at the end, I always used to run away because the end credits were on black and it used to scare me. So that also, at that point, whenever the show would end, I would run out because the closing credits always, freaked me out as a kid. But.
And I love the animations. I mean, I went into animation. I'm an animator, and I went that way. And I can, you know, some of the earliest animations I can remember were the ones on Sesame Street. You know, Ladybug Picnic, and a lot of those songs that you sing along to, or even Electric Company. The open to that, the pinball game, and all those kind of things. And we got to update some pieces recently, which was a lot of fun. Go back into the archive, update them, and reincorporate them into the show again. So that for me was a huge, you know, memory and a great thing to go and be able to do.
I always had a deep connection to the Muppets. I mean, back then I felt like Sesame Street was really one of the only shows on, and me and Ernie had a thing going. Very, like he was like my best friend, so I lived for the Bert and Ernie segments, and still have such a deep love for them.
I love those early Jim Henson films, and there's a whole treasure trove of them, but the pastry chef falling down the stairs was always like, you know, in retrospect, it's a little mean-spirited, but I love that film so much. And then I've always been, I adore the song, which is an Ernie song, I Don't Want to Live on the Moon.
Yeah.
Because it's such a great, beautiful song about exploration and imagination, but then really, like, home is where the heart is. And I just, like, it's such a beautiful, we've done so many versions of it over the years, and I love every single one of them.
So although I may go, I'll be coming home soon. 'Cause I don't want to live on the moon. No, I don't want to live on the moon.